The word chase implies that something is running away from you and it's something that will never be attainable, and you put that up on a pedestal. So why do we always motivate people by saying, chase after your dreams, unless you never actually want to achieve it? And I know I'm being a little tongue-in-cheek about this, but that idea completely burnt me out in the beginning when I first started off in my business. So in this video, I am going to share with you my own story of how I used to chase after my dreams and how it actually burnt me out to the point that I want to give up my business altogether, to where I'm at right now, which is more becoming who I am and attracting the right people into my ecosystem. And also give you certain tips that's going to help you actually attain your dreams versus just chasing after it. Hey everyone, I am Lily and I'm here to help you transform from the inside out and help you live more of the life that you truly desire. So if this is something that calls to your heart and your soul, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to make sure that you're not missing any of the videos coming your way. So let's start from the very beginning. A very good place to start. Anyways, so I started off as wanting to be a speaker. That was my dream. I saw myself on stage and I saw myself motivating thousands of people, and that's where I started. And I really wanted that. But the challenge was, and the issue was, the fact that I hadn't become the person that I need to become in order for a lot of people to listen to me. So what did I do? I faked it a lot. I faked it. I pretend I knew something when I didn't in the beginning. I chased after people a lot. I would contact hundreds of people every single day trying to get a speaking gig, and I would do it for free. I would even spend money out of my own pocket to drive to places so I can speak, so I could get the glory of speaking on stage. And that over and over again truly burnt me out. And it burnt me out not only from a physical perspective, because I was working 16 to 18 hours a day, and I felt like the moment I stopped, I let go a little bit, everything kind of falls apart for me. So I realized that this dream of mine that I was putting on a pedestal was actually had a lot of detrimental effect on me. It was when I actually had a TEDx talk. So I have a TEDx talk that I did about 2 years ago, and it has a lot of views on it. And when people Google me, they do see that. And I cringe every time someone tells me about my TEDx talk, even though it was a big accomplishment for me. You know, at that time, it was one of my biggest dreams to step on stage and speak on TEDx. Huge deal for me. But I cringe and I feel embarrassed about it because I faked all of it and I chased after this thing. And underneath the surface, what you guys don't know, this is what I'm gonna get very vulnerable and honest here. What you guys don't know is that I was so poor at the time that I couldn't even afford to put money for gas in the car to drive to Michigan where the TEDx was. And here I was standing on stage telling everybody that they should live out their true potential. And I was just faking it the whole way through. And after I spoke on stage, and the talk was only 18 minutes, and after that I stepped off, I'm like, all the stuff that I did, chasing, putting the stuff on the pedestal, almost like ruining my, my financial situation and everything. For what? For a little bit of glory that's not even real to begin with? I put on a facade so people would follow me and pretend and actually think of something that I am that I'm actually not. And that's when I decided to pull back a little bit. And I said, you know what? Maybe I don't need to focus on speaking so much. Maybe I need to focus on coaching more, because it just felt a little bit more effortless. So all this to say this to you. When you chase after something and when you put it up on a pedestal, you automatically adopt the belief system that you're not good enough to actually have it. And what ends up happening is you do certain things that compromises who you are and your authentic self in order to gain that. And ultimately, the thing that you actually want, whether if it's a lot of money, a person of your dreams, a house, a business that's really successful, you will repel that. Because the resistance is going to come from the fact of your neediness and wanting that to be happy. A really good example of that, it is in a dating situation. I think a lot of girls and guys are repelled by people like, I need you. They're clingy, they want you. Like you don't want to be in that vicinity at all. And here you are resisting the thing that you really want. So what should you do instead, right? So this is what you should not do, is the chase of it. Like chasing, oh God, I need you so badly, but it's always running away from you, which means you're gonna spend your entire life in that chase and never truly being fulfilled. That is my sink, by the way. Maybe the sink doesn't like the fact what I'm saying is actually true. So this is what I ended up doing instead. I started to ask myself questions like, if this is what I desire, and in order for me to be aligned with my desire, I need to shift my vibrational energy. Okay, so I know this is a lot of law of attraction talk. Law of attraction is always working. You just need to figure out how it works and apply it to your advantage. So when I understood that, I was like, okay, I need to change my vibration in order to match what it is that I desire. So what does that even look like? So obviously my goals and my dreams have changed now. I'm more interested in working with people one-on-one, which I have. I work on YouTube. I'm making videos, and it's one of my desires is to be able to impact people at a more of a mass level versus than what I am doing right now. And also the third thing that I've been working on is doing online retreats for women only. And those are the three things that is what I desire in the next year. Who knows what's going to happen the year after that? So I started asking myself the question, well, who do I need to become in order to be the vibrational match of all of those things? So starting with the coaching clients, right? I have a very ideal client that I'm willing to work with. Anything outside of that, not willing to work with it at all. So how do I attract that client? Do I chase after a bunch of people? Do I spam people's accounts? And I know how much you guys hate that, all that spamming. And I have done that before. I've spammed people's accounts, and usually it doesn't end up in success. And if it does, I end up attracting someone that is a taker because I'm becoming so needy. Anyways, long story short, coming back to what we're talking about, right? So who do I need to become to attract the ideal person into my life? Okay, I want someone who's growth-oriented. I want someone who is who's fulfilled. I was like, okay, so what do I need to do? I need to become that. I need to do things that are fulfilling for me. I need to do things to grow myself, which is why I'm taking a course on the Great Awakening, because I believe in attracting a person who has a growth mindset, who's always willing to expand and do the uncomfortable thing. So I need to become that in order to be the vibrational match of that person to come into my life. YouTube videos, right? I don't have millions of followers yet, but I make videos with the intention of becoming that person. When I'm speaking in front of the camera, I'm not cowardly saying something like, oh, guys, I only have 600 some odd subscribers, it would be really like, no. I was like, I speak and I have become the person to inspire millions of people. I make good quality videos. I do everything I can to make my videos optimized. I feature people and I feature their success stories as I would if I had millions and millions of subscribers. And the third thing is a women's retreat is really becoming the divine feminine that I want to attract into my life. And the women's retreat is actually quite interesting because I did not outwardly actually do any marketing for it. I actually did it more invite only. I started connecting with different women and I only invited 6 women to be part of my group. And honestly, so far it's going really, really well. So back to you. If you have hopes and dreams, which I believe you do, everybody has desires. Everybody wants to elevate themselves. Everybody wants to upgrade themselves in the environment. So if that's what you have in mind, ask yourself the question, who do I need to become in order to be the vibrational match of my desire? And just focus on that. Because the more we focus on the thing, on the person that we need to become, and the vibrational match, the more the things are going to be attracted to us. It's just that simple. It is the law of attraction. It's always working. But if you start to divide your energy into other things, into thinking negative thoughts about yourself, into, oh my God, this person is so amazing, I don't know if I could talk to them, or this business is like, I can't, who am I to make $1 million a year? I only make $20,000 a year. What is this? If your thoughts are always going in the opposite momentum, guess what's going to happen? You are going to attract who you are. And if you are the person who only believes that your dream is on a pedestal and you can't reach it, you are only going to attract things that are subpar. That's the truth of it. And that's what happened to me in the start of my business. I wanted to be a speaker. I wanted to stand on stage. But what I was attracting was just me being desperate and paying to speak. And think about what that does to your self-esteem. I mean, I'm not saying that you should not ever do things for free, because I think in the beginning it's a good practice. So I did sort of look at it that way. But on the other side too, it's like you're telling yourself that you just don't deserve any money for your time. You don't deserve what it is that you really want. And it needs to start there. You have to really come from a place of feeling deserving. I think Will Smith has had a famous speech about it. Like the reason why he has the things that he has is because he always felt deserving of that. And you may think to yourself, like, oh my God, Will Smith is so famous and he's a multimillionaire, he's America's sweetheart. But he wasn't always that. Because he believed that he was deserving, which is what made him who he is. He became that person. He was deserving, he became that person, he attracted the success to him. And all of us could do the same thing. We're no different from all the famous people out there, all the rich people out there, people who are really truly fulfilled. What we're missing is the part about feeling deserving, becoming the vibrational match of who you want to be in order to attract the thing that you desire. So I'm going to leave with this. I have seen different workings of hustle because in myself, I know that was a weird way I put it. I have hustled extremely hard. I was a hustle queen. I was appreciated for the fact that I hustled so hard to the point that I had like bruises under my eyes because I was that tired. And if you guys don't believe me, just check out some of my old videos. I'm freaking tired and I'm always like angry about something. I'm frustrated about something because I was chasing and chasing and chasing. And I felt like if I don't chase, everything's gonna fall apart. And you're always connected to that thing. You're like, I'll be happy when I get a client. I'll be happy when I have a talk. I'll be happy when I make $1 million. Meanwhile, I am happy now. And when you are happy now, it's kind of weird phenomena that happens. When you actually feel good from within and you're just happy for the sake of being happy, you also have a tendency of just allowing things to happen in a really beautiful way. I know allowing things to happen has a negative connotation for some reason, but you're just having patience to the universe that's going to work out the way it's supposed to, right? Do the thing that you need to do to become the person, become the vibrational match, and after that, have the patience to know that it is going to work. And honestly, in my experience, when I truly follow those steps, things happen a lot faster than I imagine. When I'm hustling and getting in the way and, becoming, desperate about things, it actually takes longer to attract that particular thing. So I don't know, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, what I am saying here is whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you want, come from the vibration that you already have it and become that person. Because that's what's going to really create that attraction towards you. So that's it. My video is right here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to hear more about my previous stories about how I used to be, that's why, okay, now I'm going on a different tangent here. The reason why I'm pulling out a lot of things from my vault, from my past. I usually don't think about my past that often, to be honest. Like, I'm more focused on the present and romancing my future versus regretting my past. But the reason why I'm bringing up a lot of these stories from my vault is because I want to show you the transformation that I have made. And I don't want you to ever watch any of my old videos and think that's who I am now. Because not necessarily judgment towards me, is more to do with don't take that advice. Don't take my advice from 3 years ago. Don't take my advice from 2 years ago. You know, and also trust yourself in discerning what feels right for you. But that's why I'm showing you my transformation, because the reason why I make these videos is because I want to give you the tools and to get the things that you really deserve, because you do deserve an amazing life. You did deserve to wake up in paradise, and everything that I have and everything that other people have is just, there's just a minor switch in the way you look at it, in your perspective. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. Take care.